Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's about to get real. Is it just me? Or are today's children, being targeted for an adult lifestyle? Now, I came up with the idea for this video a while back. And I just finally decided to drop it because the whole issue with Kanye West and his daughter and that Ice Spice girl, that's getting out of hand. And Kanye was right. I knew he was right because I understand where he was coming from and that he's just coming from he stands with righteousness and truth for the most part, you know, and I can honor that part of him. But, and I mean, it's none of my business to not honor any parts of nobody because, like I always say, I remove myself off the seat of judgment. But this isn't judgment. This is just forewarning. They're targeting children for an adult lifestyle. If you haven't noticed, pay attention. They're using it through the power of the phones. But this was all by design because we're living in the last days and times. And out with the old and in with the new. And before the new world comes, God said that, yeah, man, we are going to see some stuff before the new world comes. And it's just in his will. And we are living in the days and times, in these last days and times, these last evil, wicked days and times. But before it gets better in terms of how God sees things as a whole, it's going to get worse. You can make it better for yourself individually, keeping the commandments, reading the Bible, staying connected to God, staying close to God, putting God first. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. But as a whole, the world, as like worldly things, you're going to see more worldly things get worse and more vamped up and more X-rated as times go on. So it looks like they're targeting children first. Before, I didn't know. Before, I thought it was going to be animals first and children second. But now it looks like it's going to be kids first and then animals next. Like there's going to be no more innocence for children. They're making children grow up faster. They're promoting adult content to children. Okay, and it's just what they're doing. They are targeting children for an adult lifestyle. Okay, kids have more access. I mean, this is everybody, but kids are curious. Kids are going to want to explore. I remember being a kid. I remember typing in stuff in the internet in the search engine. If you think kids aren't typing up stuff in the search engine, you're crazy. Kids are typing up stuff in the search engine. Kids are curious. Kids want to see. Kids want to find out. All right. We've all been kids before. We know. But being a kid with technology, we're already hip to it. We already understand. We grew up with the technology too. We didn't grow up with it like they did with phones, having it at your access every second, every minute. We used to have to get on the computer, sneak to get on the computer, steal the password, okay? Block the website, go through the website blocker, go through the thing to erase the browser history. I remember all too well. I know. I lived through it. I did it. But we weren't targeted. We had to look for it. We had to find it. We had to search for it. Okay? We had to type in the website. All right? We had to take videos. Nowadays, everything they putting it right out in your face. And with the internet, and there's nothing wrong with the internet. It's just how things are used. With Instagram and social media, they got the soft core stuff on there. So it's like, oh, shit, that's a cute outfit. That's a cute outfit. But a few years ago, that would have been a whole outfit. Okay, it would have been a whole outfit. Okay, not a whole outfit, a whole outfit. All right, and pumping that to kids is unhealthy. You're giving young boys a false impression of females, or you're giving females a false impression of females. All right, it's teaching everybody to be a hoe. It's teaching everybody to be fast. It's teaching women to not have a proper relationship with men. It's teaching women to not view men properly and to not view themselves properly. All right, It's teaching young girls that. And that's the next generation. And I don't know if anybody else can see it, but it's as clear as day. They're destroying them. They're destroying the next generation. And these next group of kids, they're going to have a lot of things that they're going to have to work through. All right. So parents, make sure if you're a parent and you have kids, make sure you're mindful of what your kids are taking in as far as content, because children are being targeted for an adult lifestyle, y'all. All right. You see how they got kids online doing adult dances. They got kids online dressed like adults wearing inappropriate clothing for babies. Babies revealing too much, and you know what that's for, man. You know who's watching those videos. You know who's watching the TikToks. You know who's most the consumer of all the kid content. And like it's not right, you know. I feel personally that is wrong. I don't think it's right. I don't think kids should be forced into anything. Like kids, it's a lot of stuff being forced on kids today. Some things I can't really talk about, but we know, you can see it with the Dwayne Wade family. Like it's a lot of stuff being forced on people. It's a lot of stuff being forced on kids. People should be allowed to make their own choices. Okay, people should be allowed to be like, I choose this. It's different. It's not normal, but I chose this. Okay, it should be a choice. It shouldn't be, this is what I want for you, I'm forcing this down your throat. Or it shouldn't be, hey kids, we're forcing this on you. Like, whoa, man, you can't force nothing on a child. A child's mind isn't fully developed yet. A child doesn't know what it wants. Children, for the most part, are programmed until they hit that until they start to get a little older. At the end of the teenage phase, they start to, like, they still don't really fully know what they want unless they've been groomed to make their own decisions, to study, research. Unless they've been programmed properly to know what they want to do, they've been figuring themselves out. They still don't know what they want. So like they're pumping. Kids are very impressionable, y'all. Kids are very impressionable, and they're pumping all this content on the kids. And we're living in these last days and time. We are going to see the type of effect that this content has on people as a whole, the society as a whole, and children. But I guarantee you, society is crumbling right before our eyes, y'all. We could make it as good as we want it to be, but it's God's will that it's going to fall. It's going to crumble. It's in His will. It's going to get worse before it gets better. We could make ourselves better. We could become our greatest version. We could read all we want, study all we want, but this is it. Remember in the history books, they took stuff out the history books. I remember being in, what was it? I remember being in high school. It was either, I'm not sure if I was in 8th grade or 9th grade. I think it might have been 9th or 10th grade. Yeah, it was in 9th or 10th grade. All right. And they had in the textbook, they had 2012, and it said end game. It said 2012 and it said end game. Like they're taking this stuff out the textbooks. So it's like the fact that it said end game meant that it's the end of all the BS. It's the end of all the stuff that they're done hiding their agendas. They're done pulling the wool over people's eyes. Now they're going to do it in plain sight. Okay, now they're doing this stuff in plain sight. You see all these random statues being put up for people to worship and stuff like that. That's idol worship. That's not right. That's not supposed to be happening. Like, it's a lot of weird things going on. Like, and I don't know how people can't tell. And only thing is, people got to be asleep, y'all, because people that are awake, we can see it as clear as day. We're like, yo, the stuff people are watching is no good. The stuff people are watching is garbage. And I'm not even talking about X-rated content. I'm just talking about in general. The stuff people are watching is like these TV shows, these series. They're complete garbage, man. It was this one series a few years ago where they had these little girls walking in the woods, and the girl she had a rubber in her mouth. Like and they were like 11 to 13, but it wasn't in America, and then people are still fighting to get it taken down. And they had women promoting it. They had this they paid this woman to promote it. so that people wouldn't think, if they thought that if they had a woman behind it, they thought that all the righteous woman wouldn't say anything. But oh no, the righteous women, they hopped right on that as they were supposed to, as God moved them to. All right. God works in people. God works through people. When things happen like that, that's God. Okay. God is always there to let them know that God is there. Okay. God's always there to let them know that he's there. He'll use people to let the powers that be know that I see y'all. I see what y'all are doing. It's not right. But I'm telling you guys, man, things are about to get real, and they're already getting real, and it's only going to get more realer. So make sure that if you have kids, you protect your kids. Make sure they're not watching certain content. Make sure you're keeping an eye on what they're watching, okay? Because these things, we're going to see the type of effects that these things have on society as a whole. And I'm telling you, society is crumbling, man. Like with the whole X-rated content, soft core content, the images that they're pumping out, women with the fake booties, women with the all this stuff going on, bro. America is Sodom and Gomorrah, man. I could see it, man. Like God tells me that every time I see that stuff, I'm like, yo, this is Sodom and Gomorrah. And I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm just keeping it real. Like, why are they pumping adult content to children, y'all? Shouldn't be pumping adult content to children. Just my personal view on it. It's just how I feel about it. I feel it's wrong. I don't feel it's right. And back to like the whole Ice Spice thing with Kanye and his daughter. Once I seen that confirmed it. I said, yo, they want these kids. They are forcing kids to grow up faster. All right. Kids know, like they have phones. The cat's out the bag now. These kids know. You know what I'm saying? Kids should know, but not that way. You know, people should be educated. People should be informed. Children want to know certain things are. Don't hide it from them. They're only going to learn about it when they get older, and then they're not going to know what they should have known when they asked you, when they came to you. But the way they're presenting it, man, they're giving people a false reality, and now they're impressing upon children a false reality. They're making that reality real, y'all. They want to make that a reality real. That false reality, that stuff, they want to make that stuff real for these kids, man. They're all the adult lifestyle that they're pushing on these kids. They want to make that a reality. They want to make it a reality for people to be with children, man. That's what they want. They're trying to make that. It was a state the other day that was revisiting some law about children, about certain practices, adult sex practices with kids, man. And that's crazy, man. Like that's crazy, bro. That's not good at all, man. And it's only going to get worse. Like with Kanye West and his daughter, they got that Ice Spice girl around his daughter, and she's a whole 19, and that Northwest girl is like 11. That Northwest girl is 11, man, and they got her being babysat by a thought. They got Kanye West's daughter, 11 years old, being influenced around an influencer. That's what she is. She's an influencer. That girl, Ice Spice, she got the mind of these young girls, okay? She's controlling them, and she's being controlled. She's able to put her music out, and they'll do whatever she says. All right? They'll do whatever she like to do. Whatever she like to do, they gonna do it. Ice Spice is their god to them. Okay, Ice Spice is their queen. She's their Lil Kim. But for kids, not for kids, man. Lil Kim was making music for people in high school, man. People about to be adults. Was it wrong? Yes, because people were still underaged. But these people were like 15, 16, 17, man. Anything after 16, 17, you kind of already know. You know you're about to be an adult in a few years. No, it's not okay for no adult stuff to be pushed on no 15, 16-year-old either. That's also wrong. But they know, you know what I'm saying? They know better. They're more aware than an 11-year-old, man. A 17-year-old still got some time for their brain to develop, but they have more sense than an 11-year-old. Like pushing this stuff on 11-year-olds, they're rewinding the clock as far as adults. They want people younger to be more adult, so that it will be fair seeming when the adults want to be friends with kids. Okay, these adults want to. There's adults out here that want to be friends with kids, and they're trying to make it normal. That's why these women, these grown women that are out here being friends with kids, they're not going to jail. They're not getting arrested. I don't think people, God shows certain people certain things. God gives certain people certain foresight. And I can see where this thing is going, y'all. And it's like I said, God said it's going to get worse. Like God said, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Y'all stay prayed up. Y'all protect yourselves. Y'all protect y'all kids. Protect your loved ones. Protect your family. They're trying to poison the youth, y'all. They're trying to poison the youth with messages, images, imagery, witchcraft, sorcery. Yeah, go get you a BBL. He'll love you. You'll be beautiful. Don't love yourself for who you are. Yeah, you gotta be a thug, pistol toting, tattoo having gangster to get you to have a girlfriend, get you to be popular, get you to be cool. And it's like what you like, but you don't have to do those things to be accepted. There's nothing wrong with liking what you like, but you don't have to do it to be accepted. Kids are impressionable. They're forcing this content. They're forcing this adult lifestyle on these kids, and they're making them think that this is how they have to be. This is how they have to act. Kids are supposed to be kids. Kids are supposed to be being themselves, man. 11-year-olds are supposed to be wondering. 11-year-olds are supposed to still be drawing and painting and going outside to play, man. Like, come on, man. 11-year-olds is supposed to be I'm trying to kiss you, you run away. You know what I'm saying? That's what 11, 10-year-olds is supposed to be doing, man. But I mean, like I said, there's always people who grow up faster. There's always people who have uh, experiences earlier in life, but they're forcing a whole generation, man, to be advanced when they're still supposed to be kids. They're trying to advance kids with into an adult lifestyle, and that's wrong, and that's not right. Share this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel, because we're going to have more powerful videos like this, especially the next one. You should probably click it. I'll see you in the next video. Druuill out.